Hello. When we film this video, there's a little technical difficulty in the beginning, so please overlook that. We still want to post this. We're going to do another one in the future. We won't tell you when though. So just stay tuned, watch it. It's still great. Hello, welcome again. Today we are doing a little coloring, so we're going to show you a little bit of how we do it. There's many ways to color a dog. There's many products out there. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So I have some plastic wrap that I'm going to use. We're going to use the Opaz coloring. We're going to attempt to do a shamrock on one side with green. And then with the pink, we're going to do a heart on the other side since we have holidays coming up. And then his name is Jabu. And so it's kind of jet blue, but we're going to do a blue on his tail. So it's a little different. So we're going to put the blue on his tail, and then you comb it through and then put saran wrap around it, and then it all sits for about 40 minutes, and then we'll get to that. So let's get started. I'm going to grab my gloves here, and I'll have Riley help me with the different colors. So what I'm going to do, so he doesn't sit, because we're going to do it out here on the table, I would probably, if you're doing this at home, I would do it in a bathtub. So the ink stays, or the dye stays in there, so you're not getting dye all over. So I'm going to put his little seatbelt on so he can't sit down. There you go, buddy. All right. So I don't want to have the dye back here, so I'm going to color the tail. So before I start doing color, I'm going to grab some saran wrap so I have that all ready to go. Hopefully that'll be working okay. Okay, so I'm going to use a comb, trusty comb, and then we're going to do the blue. So a good way is to put it in a little cup, or if you have a little tin, if you have different colors you're doing, you can do it that way. So we're going to put a little bit of dye in there. And then I'm going to use this brush, which is a hair dye brush for people, but you can use it for dogs. And we're just going to get it kind of wet on there. And then we're going to hold the tail, and we're going to, ooh, that's going to be an awesome color. Look at that. And then we're going to paint this down. Now if you just want it just a little bit on the top, you can do that, or if you want it down to the more saturated, you add more dye for that. That's exactly what we don't want to happen. But it happened, and so we will make it work still. You can do the coloring, the dyes. It works best on a white coat, but any light color dog will work. If it's not as white, then it's going to come out as a little different color than you're expecting. A lot of the ones you see like online with that are really intense with the different colors and stuff. Most likely those are owner dogs. Now this dye is made for dogs, so you don't want to use anything that's like for people. I would probably, just to be safe, because you want non-toxic stuff. You want stuff that's made for dogs. We're gonna do a heart and we're gonna try to do a shamrock. So I'm just gonna help hold it. We're just gonna put a little bit of green just to kind of go around that. And we're using a smaller brush. So we're just gonna comb this through so we get the dye saturated on there. Okay, we're gonna unseatbelt him and we're gonna take him to the bathtub, and that way you can see me rinse him off. And yeah, come on, let's go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is when I rinse that, it's gonna come down in the legs and it's gonna start dyeing it. So I'm gonna add some shampoo and hopefully that will help. So that it doesn't go everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. And it's good to still wear gloves because you're going to get dye on yourself. You want to make sure you rinse it really well. If you don't get all of the dye out, it's possible he could go out in the snow or the rain, come running in and getting on your furniture, and then you'll have that coloring on your furniture. So if you rinse it till it's fairly clear, you'll be safe. Still got a lot of rinsing to do. All right, here we go with this. Add a little shampoo to get some of that dye out still. shampoo up here so it doesn't come down and dye the bottom part. Okay, with that done, I'm gonna go ahead and dry them, and then stay tuned. We'll come back and do the rest of them. Okay, turn around for a few. Oh, the tail, we don't have to do anything. We just want a solid tail. We're not doing anything fancy. I just like the blue tail because it's Jabu. So he's going to be ready for Valentine's and St. Patty's, but we didn't do anything for Mardi Gras. That'd be more colors for green, gold, and purple. We'll just be okay with these two things. All right, there you have it. There's his little heart. Okay, we're going to come over to the other side and work on the shamrock. So what we're doing is we're kind of outlining the colors so we can see that there's a heart and a shamrock. Well, it's not looking like a perfect shamrock, but you kind of get the gist of it. Hearts are easy to do. There's some things that are easy to do. Shamrocks are a little more difficult. So I don't want to take any more off because then it looks more like a butterfly. Color on there. Give it a little different, a little darker in the middle. The chalk comes off pretty easy, but it's gonna look good. He's gonna be popular. Everyone's gonna love him. Okay, so I attempted to do a shamrock right here. You can kind of see that. We can go into more coloring, but this is what we're gonna do for today. The tail, we had to do a blue tail because it's Jabu and he's blue. And that, there's no scissoring on that you have to do. And then over here on this side, we have a heart. So there's probably others out there that do a little better job, but you know what? It's always fun. So I'm gonna have him turn around. We're gonna show you his heart. There you go. Join us next time. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. If you have any comments or questions, just let me know and I'll try to answer those for you. So see you next time.